Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zen. Today I'm going to be giving an update on AVGR. So you'd find my other DD in the description below if you'd like to watch it after this one, as well as things to understand a little bit more in terms of the technical analysis that I am going to be doing. You can find my educational series in the description below if you'd like to catch up on that. I'm going to go through technical analysis and then news and how I think the stock will be playing. Before we move forward, please drop a like to this video to help this channel grow, subscribe, and leave your notifications on. So first things first, we get to see here on the MACD, stock is going on towards a negative trend, and that doesn't seem to have bottomed out around here. On the ADX, it does support a negative trend here around 30, so that's a little bit off a bearish move over there. Only %R is oversold. That's a good sign or a good sign that might be not the right price to buy it in right now. The momentum here is a little bit sloppy recently, and it's trading sideways, so there's no significance to it at this point. On the moving averages, the stock is neither bullish or bearish. So the stock is below the 200 SMA, and that's bearish. Above the 50 SMA, that's bullish. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA, that is bullish. But the stock is below the trading action zone, reversals are likely, so that's bearish. You get to see did attempt to climb over there and then hit the trading action zone, and it's seen a negative reversal. On the 1 hour perspective here, we get to see something very similar, although it's more off trading sideways. There was a Death Star that formed on the 24th of August, but you get to see that the price has declined from there on. You get to see 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA, and that is as well bearish. So on the moving averages, on the 1 hour perspective, it is bearish. Now moving forward, you get to see on the ADX, the stock shows in a possibility of a formation of a trend soon. Willing %R is sitting at a neutral. Momentum here is a little bit sideways, and the MACD supports that. Now on the moving averages itself, stock price is expected to trade on the bottom band of 50 cents, on the middle 55, and on the top around 61. Although it is just below the band, but if you were to expect a normal kind of situation, it might actually go on and reach there. Now the next thing here is try to determine supports and resistances. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the 161% onto the 163, and you get to see the current support on the Fibonacci retracement is around 40 cents. Current resistance is 57 on the Fibonacci retracement. Now, in terms of going on to current supports, there's a support of 49 cents, and then below that 48 cents, and it goes down almost a cent each, and those are significant ones. Now, the most significant one where there is a really strong support is around the 44 cent and the 42 cent, and below that is 39. Below there's a lot of room to drop. Now, the most significant resistance, of course, there is a resistance almost every cent up. Now 51 is a significant one, 53, and then right above the 57 cent, there is resistance from there on to 63 cents. But after you cross 64, 65 cents, it has a lot of room to grow. The gap here, there's as well a bit of a gap there as well. Moving on now towards news. So this company, of course, has a lot of 510K filings that they're waiting on. So on the second half of 2020, there is, for instance, the Ocelot limited launch in the US after the US 510K clearance. There is ones for ISR, the L300 and its launch. So that's a little bit later on to the first half of 2021. But these are kind of the catalysts expected on the second half of 2020. Now, as I said before as well, there's another thing here, regulatory approval required for China and Japan. And then we're looking at other things, for instance, like here, the Ocelot's PAD launch is anticipated on the fourth quarter of 2020. Now, why did the stock drop significantly? And of course, it is due to the offering. So the offering price was around 47 cents. And we get to see that it is above the offering price currently. Now the question is whether it does recover up back or not. Institutional buyers, you don't see any significance here. So on the institutional buyers, you get to see basically a standard level. Last significant institutional transaction was on the 14th. Now we get to see here for terms of compliance, they do have until November for compliance. That's a little bit of a long way to go. So I'm not concerned right now at this moment about a reverse split, but it is something to be considered. Now, so what would be the next situation for this one, or what would be the next move for this one? I do expect it to kind of trade sideways until the 510K or form kind of gets sent out and approval gets sent out. Now, whether it's a buy for me around the 45 cents mark, definitely consider it a buy. But right now, it's been testing that kind of 45 cents. Now, basically, my understanding for this one here is it is a hold, and that's where I'm feeling where the stock is. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure you mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and you have a wonderful day.